Hello, this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com. Today, with our shaky cam interior review, we're looking at the Volvo XC90. This is the 2016 model. It's all new for this year, and I'll just have to say that Volvo's done an awesome job with this SUV. So let's get started because I want to spend a little bit of time here. We've got there's a lot of cool interior stuff in here, but mostly I want to talk about that. So let's get over the usual controls. You can see the color tones in here. I really like the way they did that. The aluminum for the speaker covers with this premium sound system and a few other things are just really good looking. You can see what most of these controls do, windows and doors and whatnot. And here's your child safety locks. Locks the windows and the doors when you activate it like this, and then you can turn it off like that. Really cool if you have younger kids like I do, because you can lock the doors while you're driving and then you can unlock it so they can let themselves out once you get there. Dimmer here and rear hatch opening right there. And down there is a hood release. So most of the controls on the steering wheel are pretty straightforward. This is your cruise control. This has adaptive cruise in this model. So here's your distance control there. And then you can move this back and forth, and I'll show you on the screen up there. It changes. It goes from pilot assist to adaptive over cruise. Here you have your lighting controls and whatnot. And then on the end here is your trip. And over here you have washer, wipers, etc., etc. And then on the tip of it right there runs the back window. Now up here you can have a number of things. It's an active display, so you can change a lot of stuff. Here's the speedometer. Over here's a tachometer. This is your gearing, and you can shove it into manual, and then you'll see the manual gear there. When you're in gear, so when I put it in drive, next to the D will show what gear you're in as you move. So, you know, 1 through whatever. Up here is your status display. This is right now showing a map. There's a lot of other things you can show there. I don't have a signal because I'm parked underneath cover. Up here is, well, you can see what it mostly is. When you're in cruise control, this shows that the lane assist is on. You can turn all that off. I'll show you how to turn things on and off here. But I really like this display. It's very well done and very clear in all situations. Just nicely done. And then on the windshield above this, which you won't be able to see, so I'm not going to bother trying to show it, because see, it'll just look like a Scion over there, is a heads-up display. Another option that this one has. So getting over here to this infotainment system, this is one of the best ones I've seen in a long time. I'm still going to give Chrysler with their Uconnect, I'm still going to give them top billing, but this is a very good system. One of the better luxury systems I've seen too. This is a huge display. It's about the size of my tablet that I normally use for work and stuff, and so, you know, this is a huge 10-inch display here. Nice touch screen. This is what the main menu looks like. It's searching for a signal because I'm underneath the car cover. So you can page through. This kind of brings you to this main screen, right? And then because I was already on the main screen, it's like, oh, you must not know what you're doing, and it offers some help. So one of the things that you can do is, if you just flip, you saw I swiped, let me do it again. I swiped to the left, or swiped left to right. And so it opened this left-hand screen, and here you can change things. So you can quickly turn off your lane keeping and auto start stop and all that good stuff. That's important to know, because if you go through an automated car wash, my friend Jimmy Dinsmore did that in one of these and found out really quick that it just parks. It just stops itself because it thinks it's going to run into things, and the automated parking brake turns on and stuff. So you need to get you'd have to go in here and you'd have to turn off the distance alert and all this good stuff in order to be able to do that. Also, you can see you have your parking assist here. One of the ways you can get to the parking assist is right here on this screen. You can quickly fold the rear headrests in the second row. You can see text messages pop up. You can change the camera view. You can do a lot of things. So down here you see heads-up display and stuff like that. I really like this screen. Now on the next one, going the other way, here you have control over your apps. So you can plug in a lot of things, and you can change how some of them interact. And as you add apps, they will appear here. And then down here, this is a lot of kind of, I don't know, useful information. Some of this is on the main screen, but this you can use to change some of the settings under those things. And then this I like. I haven't driven today, but you can see in 33-mile drive yesterday, I was averaging 21 miles a gallon, etc., etc. You can change how many miles you want to show, and just you can do a lot of things here. It's really, really cool. Back to that main screen, you can see now that because I've used it, this came up on the front, and then you can see just there's a lot of little things in here. I can pull down and see what happened on my phone, and just lots of great stuff. Here's some settings up here as well, by the way. I really like this system. It's a nice setup. Easy to get used to. If you're used to using your normal touchscreen apps and stuff on a phone or a tablet, you'll get used to this very quickly. Climate controls are mostly right here. You can see I have the bun warmers on, but I turned off the auto climate so we wouldn't have air blowing onto my microphone. This is the quick stuff, and then you can quickly go in and get a little more jiggy with it. The rear climate, I have it turned off, but there are controls right here for that rear climate on the back there, so that's kind of nice. Down here are some quick controls for audio and stuff, and then your fast defrost and whatnot that you need. This opens the glove box right here. So volume like this, change stations like this, and if you're streaming or whatever, you can pause here. You can also use this to mute if you're listening to the radio. Here's the shifter, and here's a cover for a little thing here that's kind of a nice spot to just drop your phone. And then here's a 12-volt drink holders, and there's the bourgeois cover. This is actually how you start the engine. So you have your foot on the brake, and you turn it like this to start. You turn it like this to shut it off. This selects your drive mode. So what you do is you push the button down first, and that comes up, and then you can page through and choose which one you want and select it. Now, one thing I noted is that these do not stay as default. So when you shut the engine off, it goes back to the default mode rather than holding the one that you set. This is the auto start stop system. So if you push this button, auto start stop is now off. Push it again so the light is not there and it's back on. This is the fuel saving measure where when you stop at a light or something, it shuts the engine off because it doesn't need it. And then this is the parking brake control. Normally this is set to automated, so when you shift into park brake comes on no matter what. It also does it in neutral, which is why my friend was having problems in the car wash. The way to get around that is to put it in neutral and then release the brake, pull up, and then the brake will shut off and it's done. This is the center console. Pretty nice. Not too deep though, because you do have a drive shaft going back for the all-wheel drive. Here's your aux plug. Here's your USB. This is nicely felt lined, but still solid, so that it will hold a lot of stuff. I love the color scheme in this. It's that Volvo brown going on with this beautiful wood. Love this kind of oak look they've got, and the aluminum offsets. So you got the chrome surrounds and the aluminum covers, and it's just a beautiful look. You can see the premium stereo has some stuff included, extras up there, and this leather is just awesome, just very, very pretty. Extremely comfortable inside too. So this is a 3-row crossover. Very, very well done. Sitting in it like it is right here. I'm at, I believe we're at roughly 70, if I remember. I'll grab the paperwork here and verify that. We are at about $67,000 delivered. Beautiful, beautiful car. I really like this SUV. Volvo's done an excellent job. They've set a new bar with this one, and aced all the crash tests. Has a very, very well done engine. This is the T6 model. It has a 2-liter. Beautiful, beautiful job here. Got to hand it to Volvo on this one. So that's it for Aaron on Autos.com. This has been Aaron in a 2016 Volvo XC90. Talk to you again soon.